Lambton-Kent-Middlesex.
Thank you very much. Premier, yesterday I brought to your attention that you have put 25,000 contact call centre jobs at risk across Ontario due to your rushed decision to cancel the apprenticeship tax credit. This Liberal NDP budget decision will kill thousands of jobs without any consultation. Premier, yesterday I spoke with Alliance iCommunications in downtown London. Sadly, with this decision, Alliance is being forced to consider relocating their business and their 300 jobs to the United States. With 600,000 men and women out of work, why are you and the NDP so determined to drive businesses and jobs out of Ontario?
Minister of Finance.
Corporate welfare.
So, Mr. Speaker, thank you again for the question from across the way. We recognize how important it is to have the apprenticeship training tax credit in the past to promote those initiatives which will stimulate employment and enable those apprentices to have full-time jobs.
Exactly.
The fact is it's not happening with regards to call centres. However, call centres are still eligible for other provincial apprenticeship trade programs. Employers of call centre apprentices are eligible to up to $1,000 bonuses for each apprentice who receives and completes their training and receives their certification. We've also introduced in our budget $195 million, Mr. Speaker, for Youth Employment Fund to enable those companies to hire some of our young people, to provide those skills, enable them to have full-time employment as well. We want to work, and I believe the members across are also supportive of recommendations made by Drummond. This is one of them. He's recognizing that some of these investment tax credits are not doing its full extent. We want to do the right thing. We want to employ people. We want to stimulate that growth.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Back to the Premier. Premier, North Bay has an 11.3% unemployment rate, and you are putting up to 800 jobs at risk there. London has a 10% unemployment rate, the highest of the big cities in Canada.
General, come to order.
We're putting thousands of jobs at risk in London at places like Alliance iCommunications.
Shame.
Windsor has a 9.3% unemployment rate, a little better than London, but still failing badly under the McGuinty, Wynne, Horvath government, and you're putting good jobs at risk there too. Premier, was a decision to kill the apprenticeship tax credit and risk up to 25,000 important jobs your decision, or was it forced upon you by your NDP puppet masters?
Before I go to the answer, I'm going to ask the member from Hamilton East Stony Creek to come together, and if there's a continuation of the dialogue, I'm going to ask you to look up the old British way of saying it, take it outside.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And the member opposite also should be aware that we highlighted this initiatives in the 2012 budget. We recognize and ask those very companies to come forward with more advancements and be more productive in terms of supporting those employees. Now, we also want to make reference to the fact that these tax credits came into being prior to us making substantive tax reductions for corporates, making tax reforms to make them even more competitive. We want to ensure that the environment in which these businesses operate is a competitive environment, but also is to the benefit of those employees and those individuals. We want these companies to stay in Ontario. We want these companies to provide and to serve, but we want the people that are being employed to get the benefit of why we're investing in them. And that's not occurring at this point, so we want to take the proper steps going forward.
Thank you. New question.